Hello everyone, and welcome back to our podcast, In Clue Speak. James, I have to be honest, you look a bit tired today. Is everything all right?
Oh, Anna, my yesterday was a complete rollercoaster. It was a real British adventure, from the moment I opened my eyes until I finally went to bed.
A roller coaster? Did you go to a theme park? Or perhaps you ran a marathon?
No, nothing like that. It was just a normal day that went, well, a bit wrong. But before I tell you the juicy details, I have a question for our listeners. And for you, Anna.
Oh, I love questions. Go on then, what is it?
What time did you get up yesterday morning? Did you wake up early? Or did you have a bit of a lie-in?
Oh, James, you know me so well. It was Saturday, so I had a massive lie-in. I didn't get out of bed until 10 o'clock. It was absolute bliss. Just me, my pillow, and the silence. What about you? Did you see the sunrise?
10 o'clock? Anna, that isn't a lie-in, that is a winter sleep. I was awake at 6 a.m. Yes, 6 a.m. on a Saturday.
6 a.m.? That is rubbish. Why would anyone do that to themselves? Was your day yesterday very busy at work or school? Or was it quite relaxed?
It was very busy. I had a mountain of work to finish, and I had to be productive. I felt like a robot. But here is the thing. While I was making my first cup of tea, I heard a very strange noise outside my window.
A noise? Like a monster? Or a British spy?
Even stranger than that, Anna. But I'll tell you about that in a moment. First, we must help our students. Notice that I said I woke up and I had. When we talk about yesterday, we use the simple past. It's not I wake up, it's I woke up.
Exactly. I woke up. I had. I was. These are your tools for storytelling. And listeners, stay tuned because James is about to reveal the mystery of the 6 a.m. noise, and it involves a very confused bird.
It wasn't a monster, Anna. It was just a very confused pigeon that hit my window. It looked at me, shook its head, and flew away. But honestly, that was the best part of my morning. After that, everything went wrong.
Oh, poor James. But tell me, did you actually leave the house? I mean, did you go to the shops yesterday? Or did you stay at home because the weather was a bit rubbish?
I wish I stayed at home, Anna. But I had to go out. I had no milk, no bread, and no tea bags. For a British person, having no tea bags is a national emergency. So I took my umbrella and walked to the high street.
Oh no. Yesterday was terrible. The wind was so strong. Was your day yesterday very busy at work or school? Or was it quite relaxed? Because walking in that rain sounds like a lot of work.
It was not relaxed at all. It was a proper disaster. I was walking near the bus stop when, poof, a massive gust of wind hit me. My umbrella turned inside out. I looked like a wet mushroom.
A wet mushroom? That is so embarrassing. Did anyone see you?
Oh, everyone saw me, Anna. There was a queue of about 10 people at the bus stop. They didn't say anything, but they gave me the British stare. You know, that look of silence and judgment. I felt so small.
I know that look. It's worse than being shouted at. So, did you finish your shop run? Or did you just run home to dry your clothes?
I was soaking wet, so I decided to enter a small cafe to hide. I was embarrassed, cold, and my umbrella was in the bin. But that is where the story gets really strange, because I wasn't the only one hiding from the rain.
Wait, who else was there? A celebrity?
Not a celebrity, Anna, but someone with very green feathers. I'll tell you about my new friend in a second. But first, did you notice our past verbs? I took, I walked, I felt.
Yes, James used took instead of take. It's a very important irregular verb for our A2 students. But please, James, tell me about the cafe.
So there I was, sitting in the corner of the cafe, drying my hair with a napkin. Suddenly, I heard a voice behind me. It said, "Fancy a cuppa?" Fancy a cuppa? I turned around and saw a bright green parrot sitting on the shoulder of an old man.
No way. A parrot in a British cafe? That is absolutely brilliant. Did the man say anything?
He just smiled and said, "Don't mind Charlie, he thinks he's the manager." It was so funny that I forgot I was soaking wet. But it made me think about food. Anna, tell me, what did you have for your tea last night? Did you cook something nice, or did you just have a quick sandwich?
Well, after my long lie-in, I felt quite energetic. So I didn't just have a sandwich. I cooked a proper spag bol. You know, spaghetti bolognese with lots of cheese. It was delicious. I ate it while I was sitting on the sofa. What about you, James? Did Charlie the parrot have tea with you?
He tried to steal my scone. But for my actual tea later at home, I was too tired to cook. I just had a quick jacket potato with beans. Very simple, very British. After that, I just wanted to relax. Did you watch anything good on the telly last night? Or did you prefer to read a book?
I turned on the telly, but there was nothing good on. Just rubbish reality shows. So I decided to read my new book about gardening. It was so peaceful. I read for 2 hours. What about you? Did you fall asleep again?
How did you know? I started watching a documentary about history, but I only watched 10 minutes. The next thing I remember, it was morning.
You see? Yesterday was full of different actions. I ate, I watched, and I read. Did you notice that, students? Red is a tricky word. It looks the same, but in the past, we say it like the colour red. I read a book.
That's a great tip, Anna. I read a book. But my day wasn't over yet. I received a phone call that changed everything about my evening. But I'll tell you about that brilliant moment in our final chapter. So, Anna, remember that mysterious phone call I mentioned? Well, I was just about to leave the cafe when my phone started buzzing in my pocket. It was my mate Tom. He is a teacher at a primary school nearby. He said, "James, I'm just around the corner. Do you fancy a quick coffee?"
Oh, I love that. Do you fancy a coffee? It's such a classic British way to ask. So, James, tell us, did you meet a mate for a coffee yesterday? Or did you chat with someone on the phone? Because I know you were still a bit, well, wet.
I was extremely wet, Anna. But you can't say no to a good mate, can you? I said, "Tom, I look like a drowned rat, but yes, let's meet." We went to a tiny little place near the high street. I had a flat white and he had a massive piece of carrot cake. It was exactly what I needed.
That sounds lovely. I didn't see any mates in person yesterday, but as I said, I chatted with my mate Sarah on the phone for ages. We talked about our old school days and laughed so much that my stomach hurt. It's funny how a simple chat can make you feel so much better.
It really can. And that leads me to my final question for you, Anna. We've talked about the rain, the parrot, and the sandwiches. But what was the best thing that happened to you yesterday? Something brilliant, perhaps?
Let me think. You know, the spag bol was great, and the book was peaceful. But the best thing was actually the silence. After a very busy week at work, having a quiet Saturday with no stress was just brilliant. It felt like my batteries were charging again. What about you, James? Was it the parrot or the coffee?
The parrot was funny, but the best thing was definitely the coffee with Tom. You see, even though my umbrella broke and I was cold, seeing a friend and laughing about it made the whole day feel like a success. It's all about perspective, isn't it?
It certainly is. And for our students listening, remember how we described our day. We used words like met, chatted, said, and felt. These are your past tense tools. Don't be afraid to use them.
Exactly. Don't worry about being perfect. Just tell your story. So, our question for you today is, what was your brilliant moment yesterday? Please tell us in the comments. We promise to read them.
We really do love hearing from you. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today in ClueSpeak. It has been an absolute pleasure. Keep practicing, stay curious, and we will see you very soon.